Sometimes the perks of my job work out really, really well. I'm here at the World of Beer across from Tampa International Airport to meet with James, Chief Brand and Innovation Officer. World of Beer has signed on to help Military Makeover, help the Middleton family. James, thank you so much.
Thank you, really appreciate it.
Listen, why was it so important to have World of Beer on the show?
Well, you know, World of Beer is about bringing people together, and folks can't get together like they are here tonight unless you have military, first responders putting us first. And, you know, when we heard their story, it just kind of really jumped off the page to us, and we knew we had to jump in and help.
Whether it's somebody picking up a paintbrush, oh, here we go, or bringing us food, right? Or like you guys, writing a check, it all helps make this show happen to help people, and we couldn't do it without you, man.
From our ownership group all the way down to our staff here at our Tampa International location, we love putting our bets first. We love actually, you know, giving back to the local community, whether it's Tampa or whatever the local World of Beer is to you. And it's just something that we try to make part of our culture, and we try to make part of what we do with our staff and our community.
Hey guys, hey! Hey. How'd it go?
It went awesome. Where's Art? He late again?
Oh, wait a minute. We came by this place. Take a look at.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hi, my name is Art. I'll be your server.
Yay.
There's your snake bite, unsweet iced tea, and something pink and fruity for you, Ryan.
Exactly.
Guys, we want to hear all about what happened at the house after we left, but
You gotta tell them why we're here.
yeah, World of Beer signed on to help us out throughout this entire makeover.
Oh, awesome.
How did it go in the house?
They have some issues that have to do with the physical property itself. One of the biggest one is the backyard is actually getting washed out into the bayou.
So we gotta get some help for that.
Yeah, like an engineering, landscaping.
Yeah. So I can put in a retaining wall, then you can do your thing.
How about that kitchen?
You saw how tall he was, right?
Right, yeah.
So those cupboards above the island, they're like headbangers. So I'm gonna rip those out, all the soffits, and I'm actually gonna add more storage into the dining room.
Ah, okay.
That'll open up that whole space.
Exactly.
And she likes soft blues and yellows, and she kept saying the word calm, so I'm gonna bring the happiness with subtle color.
I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but you're Montel Williams. You can get this done.
I'm gonna make a couple calls.
Make the
Let's see.
calls.
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, guys. Let's make this one our best makeover yet.
Absolutely.
To the Middletons.
Cheers to the Middletons!
Holly and Aaron are truly determined to never forget their beautiful little Scarlett. They're going to keep her memory alive by sharing the joy, the sunshine that touched all who met her. Holly has created the Scarlett's Sunshine Foundation, a foundation with a remarkable goal: creating spontaneous smiles induced by random acts of kindness, the unexpected gift of a flower. I sat down with Holly and Aaron, and they made it clear where they found their strength to carry on.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So good. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Such a
Please,
pleasure
thank
to meet you, Montel.
Hey, brother, how you doing, sir? Good,
And
good.
I brought a flower for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Just
Thank
to make you smile.
Absolutely. And it does exactly that. You know, it puts a smile on my face the way you've been putting smiles on people's faces all over this country. You know?
Thank you.
And you're going to continue to do that. I don't know if you remember hearing a saying that's a really important one that I want the two of you to remember. There will come a day when a smile will come to your face before a tear comes to your eye. And you know that. And the memory of Scarlett, it's going to happen that way. So if you just kind of focus on that, who knows? You know, the smiles that you're putting on other people's faces may start coming to yours. What people don't, I think about when it comes to the military is that we think about deployment, we think about military life and fighting overseas, but we don't understand it. When you come home, you share the same issues that almost any other family in this entire world shares.
Yeah.
And you have to do that on top of being a military family.
We know the value of life. We know how easily it can be taken. And, you know, so grateful that God has put so many babies and opportunity for life in our lives, you know. Can't thank God enough for that. But Kelvin was a different experience completely for us.
When they walked in, first off, of course, he's born. They hand him to you, he's on your chest.
Yes.
He seems like he's perfectly fine,
yes.
right? And then what?
About 2 hours after birth, I noticed his mouth had gone blue, like right under his chin. And so they called NICU and sent him up to NICU. And they took an x-ray of him, and they said something looks wrong in his x-ray. He has a hole in his lung, and turned out he had a hole in each one of his lungs. They did an operation to install a chest tube and to let air out on one side, and it actually started working. And it took until about 5 days for him to really start turning around and start coming out of that.
And then from day 5 to day 11, it was just the hospital staff and the NICU staff making extra double check, triple check, quadruple check that he was on the right path. And
Calvin started getting better, correct?
Yeah.
And coming along is Scarlett's birthday.
Yes.
So you made plans to have a very special birthday for her.
Her grandma wanted to take her on a big girls' weekend to Orlando. Her favorite princess was Ariel.
Okay.
So she got all dressed up like Ariel.
Head to toe.
She had a fairy godmother in training there who spent her time and made her dream come true to be Ariel. The thing I remember most about that weekend was just the amount of times that I would stop and look at her. Something would just stop me. And I would just look at her beautiful face and just vocalize my feelings in that moment. And just tell her how much I loved her. The next day, she had a stomach ache. At 48 hours of being sick with a fever and a stomach ache is when I took her to the doctor. They told us it was just a stomach virus. So we took her home, and well, the next day, I'm sorry, this is just really hard to talk about. When I knew something wasn't right, I called the ambulance. The ambulance came. And the ambulance driver said, we need to pick her up. She was in my bed. She turned and said, I want my mommy. And that was the last thing she said. She died in the ambulance. Her heart stopped, and they started CPR. I felt my entire chest being ripped out of me. And for weeks after her death, the pain just went over my heart. I have this massive pain over my heart. It's a physical pain. My greatest hope when she made it to heaven and she saw Jesus, she said, I know you. My mommy told me all about you, Jesus. And that she leaped into his arms and she hugged him, and she knew what to expect when she got there.
the kids being young, is a double-edged sword. Trot doesn't talk about Scarlett in a sad way very often, and he doesn't really cry like we do, but you can tell that he misses her. And Magnolia, she was only kind of said that she is sad over Scarlett once. She's like, she's in heaven. Why are we sad?
She says, I don't cry for Scarlett, I laugh for her. She's in heaven.
Our entire Military Makeover family is just so happy that we can, in some way, just offer just a little bit of light. And I think that, when the children see what we've been able to accomplish and to help out with their home, I hope that in some way that's just another diversion for them.
Yeah.
To take their minds off of, and to put it back to the family.
Right.
Yeah.
Trot's expecting a slide out his window to the pool.
Did you tell that to Ryan? I mean, Ryan's probably going crazy trying to figure out how he's going to put a slide out that window.
Trot told that to Ryan.
Huh?
Trot told that to Ryan directly. Oh, man.
I know that the foundation, Scarlet Sunshine Foundation, and what you're doing with these flowers is going to put this way outside of just your military family. But the rest of the country is going to see this and understand what it is you're doing, especially in your beautiful daughter's name.
Yeah, you know, there's a quote that says, be what you love most about the person who's gone. And that's what we're trying to do. She was such a, you know, a ray of sunshine and a light for so many people. We just want to be the person who taps on your shoulder and it's like, hey, here you go. Here's a smile. Do you need one today? Because I got one for you.
Well, thanks for helping Military Makeover be that tap on the shoulder.